Alrighty, guys, welcome back. We are back for the Leather Pocket Canada Day 9 ball. We've got Janry Cruz and Eric Vargas doing battle. Eric coming out of hiding. It's the first time I've really seen Eric since the pandemic has hit. But either which way, going to be a really, really good match. And of course, and as always, guys, if you can help us out, smash that share button. Probably going to see a little bit more of a tactical battle here, I would imagine, between these two. Really nicely done on the safe there. Can't tell if he can sneak behind the 5-1 rail with some left spin to connect with that one ball. Todd, how are ya? Lou, what's going on? Tuning in, New Jersey in the house. Glad to be back, I can tell you. It has been a hot minute since we've done any kind of event. We've done a few streams in the CSL After Dark edition, which we'll probably continue with. But it has certainly been a while since we've been to an event, and we're looking forward to it. Oh, great hit. Nicely done. We'll see if Eric plays the safety or goes one rail off the 4 ball to make the one. Ryan, what's going on? Tuning in, Regina in the house. Yeah, Neil, it has been a minute, that's for certain. I know the U.S. has certainly had lots of different streams and things going on. They've been opened up for a tad bit longer than what we have, but nonetheless, we're glad to be back. Looking forward to getting things going. The quick 1-9 combo from Eric puts him up 1-0. In this format, it is alternate break. It is a race to 9, I believe, for the first couple of rounds. Then it jumps to a race to 11, and I believe the finals jump again to 13. Wisconsin in the house. How are you, Kevin? Popper Billiards. Haven't heard of them before. What's going on, Warren? Tuning in from Calgary. I believe in the room somewhere here. At least I thought I saw you. But I'll tell you, it's certainly good to be back, to see all of the familiar faces, to be able to play pool live again. It's been a little hot, Gord. And when I say a little, I mean a lot. Memphis, Tennessee, tuning in. How are you, Jess? Clark, how are you? More Wisconsin. How are you, Ken? Once again, guys, thanks very much for tuning in. If you are new to Q Sports Live, my name is Grant. I'm part of the furniture here at Q Sports Live. If you are new, make sure you've gone onto our Facebook page, hit that like button. Also, jump over to the Q Sports Live International Pool League page. That is something fairly new for everyone. We started that in January. If you haven't heard about it by now, you can go check it out, cslipl.com. But it is a sanctioned league, sanctioned with BCA as well as ACS, CCS. It is playing the Ghost. One of the draws to that league. Of course, you're playing for cash and prizes and so on and so forth. But I think the biggest draw to it is perfect practice, and you get to play whenever you choose. So if you'd like more info, you can send us a message, or you can just check it out on the cslipl.com. Karam Room Hall in Deloitte. Very good. Could play. Yeah, there's apparently there's an 8 ball. I guess I missed it on the poster, but after this is done, there's an 8 ball tournament going on tonight, and then another big one starting tomorrow. Putting in your Christmas order. I'm assuming you mean for cookies, Todd. Also, if you're going to jump off and hit the like button on our page, you may as well hop over to YouTube. I should actually check and see whether we have YouTube on right now. I think I corrected it. I'm just going to have a quick peek. Indeed we do. We are back up, so I'm just going to flip a few things around on the tablets and so on and so forth. I didn't see, guys. Help me out. I wasn't watching who won that game. I was looking to see whether we had YouTube up. I'm going to go out on a limb and say it was Eric that won, but I'm not 100% sure. Somebody can help me out there. Eric won, okay. Thank you very much, I appreciate that. Just need another minute or two here and I'll have everything flipped and switched and turned around so that we're good on both. Juan Mata, how are you? Tuning in on YouTube. Appreciate everybody tuning in, guys. If you can help me out, hit that share button. Let's get things rocking and rolling. Jeremy hasn't played since 2015. No time like the present, Jeremy. Especially if you're from the States. States have been open for quite some time. So Eric's looking good. The problem here is going to be the 4 to the 5 ball. 8 might stick its nose into things. And unexpected things can happen when you start bringing in another ball. Indeed, Laura, how are you? Patrick, so good to be back from Newfoundland. Are you guys open yet, Jeremy? Came up on the short side here of the 4 ball. But indeed, it is good to be back. Look outside pocket. I think he's hit it good. Not only good, I think he hit that perfect. Nice little pop off. Could go forward, might draw back. Can never tell with how Eric is queuing up, which way he wants to hit the ball. Look outside pocket. Ooh. Did he get horn hooked? You get to start playing again on Saturday. Good to hear, Gord. Always like to hear things are opening up, getting back to normal. If there is ever such a thing as normal. Hey, thanks Juan Mata on YouTube. We appreciate it. Probably a little bit rusty. It has been a hot minute since we've done an event, but we're looking forward to it. We got lots of things coming down the lines. Uh-oh. Whew, swoosh. Bloomington, Normal, Illinois. Thanks for tuning in, Mario. Tuning in on YouTube. Mr. Vargas winning that one again. 37-degree dry heat. It is definitely on the warm side here in Calgary, Alberta. Very similar to when Texas had or when wherever that was in the States had that cold snap throughout the wintertime. Y'all weren't prepared for that. We're not built for this heat. But it is warm outside. Yeah, Jess, it'll get there. Things are starting. Did you get that? Things are starting to open up again all over the country and in Canada. So it's good to hear. Good to be back. Shake off the COVID rust. We send you our weather as a paycheck. I appreciate that. I really do. Central Texas. That's what I thought. You know what, Joey? I actually don't mind it. The problem is when it's warm like this, I still have to go to work. And working in those temperatures is, it's not fun. Raining there, embrace it. I think Eric's going for this 1-9 again. Ooh. Wow. What an effort. Eric trying to make short work of these racks. Now let's see, does January play the three-way combo, the 1-3-8, or does he just go straight for the 1-8 combination? Todd, what work is that? He does go the triple combo, very nice. Controls the one really well. Might be a little bit straight, so I may have to draw back and play the 2 into this bottom middle corner. Elects to draw even farther, play 1 pocket. What's going on? Michael tuning in, Grays Lake, Illinois in the house. Just outside of Chicago. We have certainly been there a couple of times, Michael. We were there for the NAPT events out of, I believe it's called Bull Shooters, if I'm not mistaken, Grays Lake, Illinois. Oh, Todd, you know it, brother. Can't go wrong. So we'll be live again tomorrow. So if you're not back before we are done for today, Todd, we're live back here again tomorrow for the start of 8-ball. Players meeting is at 7 o'clock. I would imagine the stream will start somewhere between 8:30. So let me know. Let me know what you think. January electing to attempt the 5-9 combo rather than the run out. Gotta be careful here. Into the heart it goes, gets himself on the board. Yeah, you gotta try it, Patrick. It ain't no joke. Ranch dressing on steak, you cannot go wrong. I'll send you a picture if there's any left. Hey, at least I get to see the picture of it. If I can't eat it, I may as well get to see the picture of it. Oh, Patrick, don't knock it till you try it, brother. I swear by it. I don't eat steak without it. That's the goods. Sounds like a millennial thing. The problem with that is I'm not a millennial. Unfortunately, I'm on the older side. I won't say I'm old, but I'm certainly not. Although, I mean, if we're talking just about body, then yes, I'm over the hill. Ooh, hoppy cue ball. Jeremy, these are 9-foot diamond tables, 4 1/4 inch pockets. See? Jamie knows what I'm talking about. Steak and ranch is awesome. You can't go wrong. Three ball the issue here. 1 to the 2, no problem, especially with ball in hand, but that 3 ball is in tough. Even the safety is a little bit difficult there. Is he going to try the Z? Play the 2 cue ball off the top rail, back off that bottom rail, and then into and break that out. I was over the hill when I was in my 20s, Gord. Or just straight draw. Straight draw off the rail. Try and draw into it. That's what he was trying. That's asking a lot of a stroke. And I have no doubt that that Janry, under normal circumstances, probably could have hit that shot. But I think with the COVID rust that everybody's still kind of working through, that's a lot to ask. One rail back underneath the 9 ball, leaks it out. Hey, you bet, John. I think we're probably pretty close to that. In fact, we might be a little bit higher than that. I think we're supposed to get to 37 degrees here in Calgary today. Really nicely done there from Eric. Tickles that 9 ball a little bit. Gets just underneath. So it looks like a one rail hit for Janry here. So if he goes before the pocket, you might have to put a little left-hand spin on that. If he goes after, you might have to put a little right hand. After the pocket might be a little left, and that's exactly why. And of course, how is everybody doing on YouTube? Got 21 on YouTube, 115 here on Facebook. We always appreciate y'all tuning in. Hope you're having an amazing Canada Day if you are in Canada. I know in the U.S., y'all got July 4th coming up, another big holiday in the U.S. Wish I was down there for that celebration. Y'all know how to party down in the U.S., let me tell you. Eric looking in fine form. He's always got that Eric Vargas focus. So wants to come to the left side of center, taking the 7 ball. So 6 into that side, 7 into that side. A little bit of angle on the 7 ball, drop back down. That's the spot. Right there, you can draw back to the side rail. Hey, you bet, Bill. We appreciate it. Yeah, Mardi Gras would be fun. Oh, what's he doing here? Maybe he had a little more angle than what I thought. I thought he could just pot that in. Just a little bit of a draw. But Eric does like to move that cue ball. So, might be 2 rails down now. Take the 7 off the bottom rail, side rail, sit for 8 into that top left-hand corner. And of course, we always appreciate you tuning in. If you can and haven't done so already, make sure you hit that share button for us. The more the merrier. I'll do my best to keep you all entertained as best as what I can. Oh, didn't want contact on the 9 ball. You'll probably see the 8-9 combination attempt here. I don't think he's going to attempt the safety. He did attempt the safety. I sit corrected. This is always where I get punished. Almost 100 out of 100 if I play that safety. He's going to kick safe or make the 8. One of the 2. That is just my luck. Makes contact. Hits a rail. Unfortunately, I think he's left that pretty straight in. It should be a fairly routine shot for Eric. Take a 4-1 lead. He poked it and it still went. Done and done. Oops. 4-1. Eric Vargas over Janry. And we'll take a minute. Give a shout out to one of our sponsors here on the stream. It is Nick's Q Innovations. He is local here in Calgary. Does all the Q maintenance and repairs for not only Q Sports Live, but he's also taken on the role of any of the juniors Qs that need to be done in the CSL IPL League. He is taking that on as well. And you don't have to be local to utilize him. The guy's an absolute genius. Fixes stuff you shouldn't be able to fix. Send him your cue, get a hold of him, let him know what you need done. He'll get it done and ship it back to you. Janry up for the break. You know what, Dave? I'm not sure what cue Eric is using right now. It seems like both him and Joe Spence, both from Barry's team, both teammates, they have kind of gone through a little bit of a cue switch over the last little bit. Next stop for us, back here again tomorrow. We're here tomorrow evening, probably, I'd have to guess, somewhere between 8:30. So we'll be here tomorrow night, all day Saturday, and depending on the number of entries, we may utilize Sunday as well. So things are just starting to open up in Canada, so we may or may not be heading up to do the Western Canadians, or the Westerns, I should say. That's up in, I think this year is up in Edmonton at the River Cree. So with things starting to open up, Eric calls himself on the foul there. Just brushed that 7 prior to. So as I said, with things starting to open up, the requests are starting to come in. We've got a request already for January. So certainly a far cry from where we were in going live every weekend to, that was all pre-COVID, obviously. And we will get built back up to that through the CSL IPL. For those that remember when we put on the Q Sports Live Invitational event, we've all met. We are going to do it again. We're going to book it for August of next year. That gives us a little bit of time to plan, prepare, raise the cash needed, and that will be a minimum of 10K added. That is an invitational event. Are the other guys playing in this event? Ben is here for sure. I don't see Joe. I think Joe is now off to, I believe he's in BC. And I'm not sure if Triple P is playing or not. I'm not 100% sure, being that I walked in late. Wow, great shot. Really nicely done. Nice back and forth. Give himself shape on the 7. Play underneath the 8. Put the 8 in the same pocket. Even I switched out my cue recently. I was playing with full Jacoby. I was playing with the Jacoby Black, and I have made the switch to Predator. Whew. A little close to the work, but he'll make it. He'll make it happen from there. I didn't play the event. I knew that I would more than likely need to be working this morning, so I didn't play. And on top of that, I do not play a lot of 9-foot table. Just while he's arguing with that rack, since we mentioned the Jacoby Black, we may as well give them a shout out. They are a sponsor of Q Sports Live. If you are looking to get your hands on one, you can send us a message to the page, and we'll get back to you with how we can hook you up. So I went with the Predator Revo for the shaft. I believe it's the 12-3 with the 1 extra inch on the shaft. And then the butt is a black on black Black Cat. And there were really two people that kind of, I guess, facilitated the change. Started with Jeff Wanless. Jeff was over at my house fairly often playing his league matches for the CSL IPL, and tried to convince me, and not that I didn't listen. I was just really married to the Jacoby Black. I think it's still a great hitting shaft. And then he had that 1 extra inch. I don't know what that shaft is from Predator, but it's got 1 extra inch on it, so it's a 30-inch shaft. And then I was talking with Tyler, and He kind of convinced me to give it a whirl, give it a try. He explained the difference in what it can do, and it just so happened that the next day that Tyler talked to me is when Jeff showed up with that Revo with the extra 1 inch on it, and I gotta say, I love it. I love the way it hit. The power transfer is insane. Do you guys have a bracket? It is. We don't have it live. The bracket. We were going to try to take a picture and put it up, but these guys started up a little bit quick. So I'll see what I can do. I'll utilize some technology. I'll get the brackets up. They're not live. Part of the reason for that is if we do put it live, chances are that gets picked up by Fargo, and then people's Fargo rates change, and it's a little bit close to Vegas for BCA. And so the overwhelming consensus was not to put it live. So certainly some back and forth on this table. Interesting path. That will work out really, really well. 3 to the 5, 5 to the 6, again, back and forth, 6 to the 7. 7 to the 8 is fairly decent to get to, I guess, depending on how you land on the 7 from the 6 ball. But certainly some back and forth, up and down. I think if you get to the 8 ball, it's auto shaped no matter where you are for the 9 ball. So 2 key shots, I think, 3 to the 5 and then 5 to the 6 ball. And if you land on the 6 ball, should be fairly easy to get to the 7, 7 to the 8's fairly easy. So I think these next 2 shots are the keys to the rack here. Yikes. A little bit outside. Got adrenaline stroke that. So we'll see whether he chips off that 5, tries to put the 5 back down where the cue ball is. And then the cue ball back up table. Tries to use the 9 ball. Leaked out. He may not like his next shot. Nice little safety. So, I mean, January can just go back off the same rail or go off the end rail. I think I'd probably go back, just hit the same spot. Maybe put the 5 into the side. Only problem is that makes the 6 ball a challenge. Good hit. Leaves it not terrible, more of a containing safety. How busy is it here, Derek? All of the 7 foots are in use. All of the 9s are in use. So it's there's some people here. It's a packed house. Yeah, I don't see really any other table. Tyson's over here dancing. And it feels like, I don't know, I haven't really got to see a whole lot of January play. But he's got a really, really big stroke, and I don't know whether that really likes to move that cue ball. I don't know whether that comes from just not hitting balls through COVID or whether this is naturally the way he plays. But he sure likes to move that cue ball. For sure, Derek. Come on down. It's a nice shot. Would rather not be straight here. Just a little bit of angle, pop it off the rail, take the cut. Don't want to try to do too much here. Now, is he going to go forward? It's looking like he's going forward too. He is so. Look outside pocket. That's always the danger when you move the cue ball like that. But again, I don't know whether, this is the way he normally plays. Or whether he's just kind of, when you haven't played for a while and your stroke gets a little bit wild, because he hits the ball really well. Just moves that cue ball a lot. Right, and I don't want to say it's unnecessarily so, because really at the end of the day, play pool, the way that you're comfortable doing it. Just for me, there's a lot of cue ball movement. January needs a miracle. I don't know. I mean, he's certainly in tough. But I mean, anytime you play a fellow like Eric Vargas, you're in tough. But I think Eric and January have certainly done battle before, and January knows how to play the game. Eric with the push shot. Sit him into the other corner. Shooting out of a pocket. Now, I can't tell whether he tried to go rail first, then the three, or if the if the one went clean and he just mishit. Thin cut here for Eric. Very nicely done, in and out with the cue ball. Left himself a little bit tough on this. Would rather that have not married up to the rail. Two-weight combination. Could go two off the side rail off the 8 as well. That might give you a little bit of angle. I guess it depends on what he's got. I can't quite tell from where I'm sitting. Never out until it's done, for sure. Well, it's not like January can't play. Oh, wow. That was a great shot. Punches that combo in. Sitting really good here. Lots of angle on the 2 ball to get down for 3. Good to know, Grant. You got a great name, by the way. Might have left himself a little bit straight here. Might see him go rail first, depending on how much angle he's got. Yeah. Oh, tried to go rail first. Got himself good on the 4. Left a little lucky in the fact that he kind of got away with that there. And I'll tell you what, it's so good to be back doing some commentating. Hopefully it's entertaining enough for you. Certainly a little bit of COVID rust, but the more and more we do it, the more we'll get back into our normal flow, normal rhythm. Really looking forward to going down. We are scheduled to go to BCA and compete, and we won't be streaming that. So we just get to go and compete, and it has been a long time since I've been to Vegas and not had to put on a microphone. I might jump on with whoever happens to be there and whoever's streaming, see if I can jump on whatever stream is there. But I have the choice to do that. Thanks, Jess. I appreciate that. Really nicely done. Came a little bit far, got a little bit unlucky there. The tables are playing a little bit quick. But he shot it really well. Nice two-rail come around. Unfortunately, I think here the side pocket might come into play. Got to be cognizant of it anyway. Pete Robertson, how are you, my good man? Thank you for tuning in. For those that are regulars on Q Sports Live, you will certainly... Oh, my goodness. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Eric gets away with murder right there. As I was saying, for those that are regular Q Sports Live viewers, y'all know where Pete Robertson's from, Adelaide, Australia, tuning in. How are you, my good friend? Good to have you back. Yes, Jeremy. Things going back to normal slowly, if there ever were normal. I don't know that we could call as pool players. I don't think we were all ever normal. But what we were acclimated to as normal, we can get back to that, and I don't have a problem with that. Very southern and talk with the twang. Well, oh, he hangs the 7. The table makes him pay his penance. Got away with murder on a couple of shots, and the table says, well, I'll take this one away from you. Scratch avoided just barely for sure. And Jess, I am from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, although, where's that cue ball going? Gonna hang up on that end rail? I don't see this being a problem for January, but that could have certainly been hit a little bit better. And again, you got to attribute that to COVID rust. Jess, being from Canada, I still say y'all, and I say it a lot. And part of the reason for that is when I was young, I was always traveling down to the States. And for whatever reason, when I first heard it, it just influenced me at a young age, and so it's kind of stuck. And of course, Pete, we're always doing well. Glad to be back. Glad to be back on a mic in an actual event in a pool hall where things are played live. If you are a regular Q Sports Live viewer, you all know that we did a little on the outside there. Did a few of the Q Sports Live After Dark sessions that happened in my basement. And as fun as what that was, and we'll probably still carry through with a few of those CSL After Dark matches. As fun as what that was, I'm certainly glad it's back to things as normal. Speaking of Vegas, we got to give a shout out to, of course, Jam Up Apparel, guys. If you are heading to Vegas or any competition where you're in need of team events, make sure you go check them out. jamupapparel.com. Expanding, getting into other sports, darts, bowling, so on and so forth. Excuse me, if you need jerseys for anything that you're competing in, make sure you go check them out, jamupapparel.com. You can send them a message. custom designs, all kinds of things going on at Jam Up. For those that do not know, I am also a part owner of Jam Up Apparel, so you'll probably hear me pitch them quite a bit. And it looks like they are going on a quick break. Maybe not. Eric was just going over to get something. I'm putting him on the clock. Let's go. Hoping to get to Nashville within the next few years. What are you heading to Nashville for? Is that for a pool event? Are you a singer? Let me know, Jeremy. You got my curiosity up now. And of course, guys, if you can help me out, hit that share button. Let's get over 300. I think with this being our welcome back, let's get over 300. Should have gone 3 rails for sure, Rob.
If you guys ever need anything, just let me know. Even if you want, like, hey, do you think that you could make a chocolate cake for tonight or for whatever the weekend?
Going to see the Opry for sure. Grand Old Opry. Appreciate it, Pete. If everybody who hasn't shared did that, we could hit that goal, 300. Tag a couple of your friends. Those are going to be some of the things that we're going to be making a push for here as Q Sports Live gets back to whatever semblance of normalcy we can get to. Right now we have 46,000 followers on Facebook. We want to make a push to get over 50. So we're going to put together a little bit of a contest. I do believe it is cash money that is going to be involved in that. We should have those details, if not this weekend, the next time we go live, we'll have those. We'll probably post them out on the Q Sports Live page prior to. But if you only tune in when we go live, that's the next time that we go live. We'll have that all rocking and rolling, ready to go. Eric does get lucky again. I didn't see who won that. I'm assuming it was Eric. I think it's 6-2. And the 1 ball hangs. And if you're not getting the notifications when we do post, if you've only followed the page, make sure you go back and hit the like button. I do believe it is, Patrick. I believe it's Janry and Nick doing battle. Let me check here. Give me 1 second. And indeed, you are correct, Patrick. That will be exclusively on Q Sports Live. It is a money match. There is just a little bit of cash on the line. Oh, 5-3. My bad, guys. And a little bit tough on this 3. Gonna have to go back and forth a couple of times with the cue ball here. Husband and I are watching on YouTube. No name YouTube. We're starting to get there. 32 on YouTube, 117 on Facebook. Let's try and get us over 200. I know it's Canada Day, and a lot of the Canadians are out partying, and although I can't imagine too many parties going on in this heat. It is warm outside. Kind of leaned into that shot. Saw his body movement. Wasn't happy with how he had to bridge into that because of that 6 ball. But again, you know, you can attribute that, I think, again, to the COVID rust. I'm going to say that probably a lot today, a lot through this weekend, where I would normally expect January to make that shot. But again, right, without being somewhat competitive in tournaments and so on and so forth, it's really different in just banging balls and, you know, playing at the house or playing against a buddy compared to what you do in live events. Thought about it too much for sure. He let it get in his head, I think, a little bit. Ooh. Swish there too. Eric being a little flirtatious with that 6 ball. Nonetheless, making short work of the rest of that table. Indeed, Eric with a pretty commanding lead. January needs to kind of stick with it to stay in this match. And we'll give a shout out to one of the other sponsors here at Q Sports Live, of course, the one and only JB Cases. If you haven't checked them out, jbcases.com. Phenomenal, phenomenal product. Lifetime warranty, unheard of warranty in the industry. Phenomenal, phenomenal quality. I don't think I would probably ever own another pool cue case. Is this the championship match? Nope, this is only a second round match. We still got lots of pool to go. So the next stream, I'm assuming, will be a B. Oh, no, there is no B-side. Never mind. I take back my former statement. This is single elimination. Known as the one and done. Still lots of pool to go on. There are, starting with 32 players, so first round being done, 16 of those have been eliminated into this round. Once round 2 is done, down to 8. So I would have to say, we're at 4 o'clock, I would guess this will be wrapped up around 8 or 9 o'clock. Win or go home. You got it. What's going on, Chris? Good to see you tuned in again. Hey, we appreciate it. Good to be back, too. This is our first time back, and you know, it looks like Steph's going to jump on with us again. She might have some updates for us.
I do.
I don't know if I've got your volume quite right, but I'm sure they'll let us know.
We'll wing it.
Yeah.
Just to update you guys on what has been happening in the room. Second round, we have in progress Jordan Rothermall and Dwayne Bjornstad.
That's
Jonathan Dela Cruz and Ben Francis are still playing. Nick Manuel defeated Albert in the second round. I think they just finished. It is Kevin Osborne and Peter Almazan in progress. Janry and Eric, who are watching. John Morlados and Nan are playing. Aaron Arganoza and Sam Beard just beside us here. And Michael and Rashab are still playing. So that is the second round, which means the knockouts were Ryan S., Tyson B., Joel, Joey, Brian, Chan, Bob Leonard, Mike F., Randy, Carrie Campbell, Jeff Jelena, Jeffrey, Rick Marshall, Jason, Steve Wilton, and Warren Ortiz. Those players have all been knocked out. Single elimination, racing to 9. Semifinals are going to 11, and the finals will be going at 13.
Thank you for the update. Good info. I'm watching from Brunswick, Georgia. Love this. Indeed, Warren. We appreciate you tuning in. If you're new to Q Sports Live, this is something that we've done for quite some time. Prior to the pandemic, we were live. I'd have to say once a week, somewhere in there. Once a week, we traveled all over Canada, the United States, all kinds of different events, from juniors right up through to pro events. And then the pandemic hit, and as you all know, there was nothing happening, nothing going on. So this is our inaugural event back into the saddle. So we've probably got a little bit of COVID rust. I'm assuming that'll shake off pretty quick. But we appreciate you tuning in. If you haven't done so already, make sure you go onto the Q Sports Live Facebook page, hit the like button. While over there, search for Q Sports Live International Pool League. That's the league that we started in January, going phenomenally well. And that is Playing the Ghost. You are competing against players from all over the world. We've got Italy, Philippines, Great Britain, obviously Canada and the United States, Belarus. We got players from all over the world. One of the biggest draws to the league is the fact that you can play whenever you want. You play your weekly match. It's live streamed to a private page.
Eric just hooked himself on that 3 ball.
He sure did. And yes, Jesse, I will tell Sam. So really, really good time. You can get more information on that either on the Q Sports Live International Pool League Facebook page, or you can jump over to the website cslipl.com. Ever play snooker? I've only played on a snooker table, I would have to say maybe 5 times.
Wow, great shot.
What does it matter when you hook yourself if you can kick like a mule?
No matter.
Hey? Although, for his next trick, 4 sitting a little bit tough. He's gonna kick again.
Just pull out the old machete and just slice and dice that one.
Ginsu.
I don't know. That's risky. Safety. Oh, he actually tried to kick slice it.
He sure did. Does he get away with murder? Doesn't look like it. Looks like January gets to see the 4. But yeah, I've only ever played snooker maybe 5 times, and it wasn't a real game of snooker. I think they were playing golf, I think is the game you play on a snooker table. And with having bad eyes, snooker is just not for me. I'm true Calgary born and raised, bar box, 8-ball. That's my jam. No reward at all for making that. Rob says, just got on. How many people in the room? It started off with 32. It is a single elimination alternate break 9-ball on the 9 foots, 4 1/4 diamond tables. I believe there is a small 8-ball. Oh, wow. Great shot. Wow. An equally impressive, really good shot out of January right there. Very well done. But yeah, I think there's an 8-ball tournament tonight, $20 entry. So if you happen to be in Calgary, you want to come down and play. And then tomorrow night, we start with the big one, I believe that one's capped at 64. There is still room left. So if you want to play in that one, depending on the number of entries, Friday night, all day Saturday, might run into Sunday, depending on the number of entries.
Double knockout, racing to 7 and 5.
Tom says, if Eric was wearing my fedora, he would not have missed that.
Maybe. We'll just never know.
It was the Gimbo kick slice. That's what you were talking for.
Nice cut by January there.
He's keeping it tight. Which you're going to have to do, right? You're playing against Eric Vargas.
Well, I was saying on the match before with Aaron and Rick, both those players, and along with January, I think there's a couple of them here, actually, that traveled in from Saskatchewan, but they don't get to play on 9-foot diamonds very often, so it's an adjustment for them to come in and play on tighter pockets, livelier rails, banking shorter.
Well, and I think, you know, the fact that everybody's been more or less shut down for the last year and a half or so. I know that January has played a little bit. But again, right, is it tournament play? Is it just playing against your buddy, your pal, you know, banging balls? Not the same playing on a 9-foot diamond in tournament mode. And yes, John, these are 9-foot diamond tables, 4 1/4 inch pockets. He can sure hammer that break, eh?
Doesn't take him long to get back in stroke. I didn't think
Eric would really even play. Not that I don't think he plays well, but not up to, I think, Eric's standards. But he certainly.
I know he's gone over to like a friend's house. Like he's been over to Mark's a little bit and hit a couple balls, you know, but not the same. He's been working a lot over the last 18 months.
Yep.
Has
And
a little
you know
family
what,
to
Thomas,
provide for.
I would agree 100% with that statement. He's one that can make bad shots, but never really shoot a bad match. Very consistent. I would agree with you. But again, right, I think, you know, his level of consistency prior to the shutdown was perhaps a little bit higher than obviously what it is now. Hey, thanks, Bill. We appreciate it. And I'll tell you what, is it ever good to be back? You know, I don't have quite the same quick, witty stuff that I guess I had prior to the shutdown. That'll come.
You're witty?
Sometimes.
Oh.
On the odd occasion, every now and again. But I add that energy, right? That I know I do. I think I do that fairly well. But then, obviously, with COVID being what it was, I have not had a lot of time on the mic. Right? But again, that'll all come back in time, and we're hoping that we can fill up the schedule the same as what we were before, travel around all through Canada, all through the United States, cover all the action. I know that we'll be in VNEA next year without a doubt. I don't care if HE double hockey stick freezes over. I'm going. I will be in Vegas for it.
I'm pretty sure that if it was that hot, I don't know.
Oh, I don't care. Turn it up.
I've decided I pretty much cannot live in this heat, so I'm going to have to turn my life around because I can't go there. I'd never survive.
No. I worked in this heat.
Craziness. Eric playing off the horns there, off the points.
Was a good attempt. At least he got the hit. Not quite the sellout. It may sneak past that 4 ball.
I think it does.
He's going to have to control the cue ball fairly well. Three-tenths witty, a 7.8 out of 10 when drinking.
I would have to agree with that. It did sneak by.
Eric's going to have to be careful here. I think January's starting to kind of catch his stroke and kind of get into a groove. Eric's going to have to watch himself here. Because, I mean, the thing with January is he doesn't quit. He's not going to stop.
Oh, no. January, like Grant was saying, he's got a few sets to play a little bit later, so he likes to, you know, bide his time. He's got a gear. He's definitely a grinder.
That's for sure. And you know what? You can't take anything away from his play, right? He hits the cue ball well.
Oh, no, January shoots very well. He's a very advanced player. That's why he likes to play all these sets.
Yeah. And I'll tell you, that match is no small amount of money. It's a decent chunk of change.
That'll be entertaining for sure.
Last I heard, I know there was 5K in the middle.
That's coming up. When is that? Tonight?
Tomorrow.
No, tomorrow.
Tomorrow afternoon. Look at this.
Oh, makes
Look
the
at
9
this.
ball.
This is what happens. This is what happens.
That's the 9 ball. The game of 9 ball.
Right? You start to kind of feel good, and when you feel good, good things happen. Very, very well done. Robbie, what is Eric's Fargo? 6 something, I believe. Might be into the sevens now.
No, he's sevens.
7-11.
I have it saved
somewhere in
here.
there.
1 second. Eric is a 7-18.
Wasn't too far off. 7-11. 5K might have to come out there. Yes, of course, Chris. Come on down. Or over. You're not down. Come on over. Be good to have you. What's 5K in the middle, Thomas? That's the money match going on tomorrow. So January Cruz is taking on Don Nick Papoy. You may have heard his name before. He is the genius behind this. XQ Innovations. They are doing battle tomorrow, starting at 2 o'clock. So guys, if you don't mind, I'm just going to take a quick 4-minute weather check and make sure it's still blazing hot outside. And I'll be right back. I'm going to leave you in the hands of the more than capable Steph Toy, and I'll be right back.
I will do my best. What's your Fargo, Chris? I know we see you on here lots, but I'm not familiar with your game. I'm sure that these guys will. They love to eat up the action. They love action. Win, lose, or draw, these guys are always good for it. Yeah, 680, no problem. Lots of action for that. January and Aaron, and I believe they came with one more, but I can't. Ryan, I think, all traveled in from Saskatchewan, so they all drove about 10 hours to be here. January's a 655. He's got almost 1,300 games robustness in Fargo. Eric's got over 4,000, so he's very established. But yeah, if you guys ever make a trip up to Calgary, in and around the surrounding areas, you know, let us know. Send a message to Q Sports Live, and we will let you know of any tournaments happening in the area that you can attend, any money matches or action matches that you guys want. We can try and help set up with or get you in touch with the right people anyway. Stream it, not stream it. We'll do whatever we can. Get you set up here. Bill is asking what part of Canada we're in and what time zone. We are in Calgary, Alberta, Canada, so we're just above Montana. We're in the Mountain Standard Time. So it is currently about 4:30 in the afternoon. We'll probably be going for a majority of the night. These races here are nice and long, a race to 9. It was a full bracket of 32 players. We're just finishing up the second round of the bracket. And we'll probably play fairly late tonight. Once we get to the semifinals, that's going to be a race to 11, and the finals will be a race to 13. Eric's on this 9 ball just to stay ahead. He overcut it. He overcut it. Oh, and he's not happy about it. Not happy about it. So that's going to tie it up at 6-6. We're in danger zone now. Racing to 2. Single elimination. So this race to 2 is for tournament life. Just to keep you guys posted here, Sam and Aaron are still playing their match. Ben and Jonathan still playing over there, but every time I look over, Ben is in his chair, which is not a good sign. Depending on who you asked, not a good sign for Ben fans, but a great sign for Jonathan fans.
What's happening?
Every time I look over to Jonathan and Ben, Ben's in this chair.
Oh.
And it must be a tight race because all these other games have finished. But Ben and Jonathan.
They might be hill.
And Sam and Aaron, Eric and Janry are the only 3 games still going on. So they're waiting. The rest of the board is waiting for opponents probably on these games here.
I don't know if you answered Chris already, but race to 9. Then it'll go race to 11, race to 13, I think.
Yeah, this is the main tournament is a race to 9. Semifinals is going to be a race to 11, and the final is going to be a race to 13.
And they are 9-foot diamond tables, 4 1/4 inch pocket. A nice shot from Eric there to hit the 1.
Eric,
Probably not going to like his next shot, though.
Eric just missed a fairly textbook 9 ball
Did he really?
to go hill, or to go 6-6.
I was saying he's got to be careful.
Yeah, he's got to pull out the be sure.
Is he playing the bank? Must be. From downtown for Mr. Vargas, getting to the 2, definitely going to be an issue. Look out.
Place of safety, don't
Look out.
scratch. Oh my God, genius.
Wow. Got away with murder.
That was brilliant.
I don't know, because I think January can see the 1.
I don't think so.
No? I thought he could maybe see the outside edge.
The boys are a little bit rusty, shaking off some cobwebs.
Known to happen.
It's been
With
it's
a
been
year
a long
and a half.
18 months for sure. I'm pretty sure that Johnry and the boys in Saskatchewan have access to a table, so I'm sure that they've kept in stroke. But Eric has a family at home, and they're expecting another one on the way, so he's been working his butt off. So I don't believe Eric has been playing much over
Only
the
time I
last year.
think Eric's been playing is when he's gone over to like Mark's house or something like that. But
Yeah, I
even
don't-
at that, he did not play very much.
Ooh, great hit on the one ball.
Really well done.
Does he get fortunate? It's going to be a good leave. No easy task.
Well, yes and no. Fairly easy save for Eric here.
Yeah, locked him up pretty good there. Not too shabby.
Still does leave the one rail kick off this off the side rail. And guys, let me know if my volume's too loud. I feel like I'm really loud. No?
No, it's probably just your headpiece. Trust me, I would tell you if you were too loud.
Oh, I know you would. I know you would. The problem is if he does make the one ball, depending on the weight that he puts, it does bring in the 9 ball. So you got to watch. Right, if he catches that one ball wrong, he can find himself behind that 9 ball. Awesome. Thanks, Peter.
But if he makes the one ball, he's hoping to land good on the 2. Oh,
Two
he's
rail?
going 2 rails.
Oh, he went horn.
Off the point.
He tried to Efren Reyes.
I think it's just in the Filipino blood.
It must be. Am I still playing the night pool? That was the CSL After Dark versions. Yeah, we'll still keep. Oh, what has Eric
He's
done
so
here?
short.
What's he done here?
Understroked it.
So yeah, those were the CSL After Dark, and we'll still continue with a couple of the CSL After Dark matches for sure. But we are hoping to get back to what we're known for.
If somebody wants to donate us a 9-foot diamond, we would definitely have probably more action in the house, better action.
He hung it.
Oh,
He
wow.
hung it. Eric's got to be careful. You can watch this match slip away real quick.
January might pull ahead here. I like his chances.
Well, the tough part about this is that 2 is really deep inside there. That's deep inside the pocket. So
Yeah, these shelves are pretty deep,
he's got to watch his cue ball control here.
but not like in our second match with Aaron and Rick. Rick hung a one ball in the pocket. I have never seen a ball hang so deep in the pocket. It must have just been hanging on a hair.
Wow.
I don't understand how it didn't drop.
So the one problem I think that, and I know that I can't remember who commented that said, yeah, this is normally the way he plays. You know, he's somewhat kept it under control for the most part here. Kind of making his comeback, and you see on his comeback, he's not being too crazy with the cue ball and unnecessary movement on that cue ball. He's more or less kept the cue ball under control, and I think that's what's mounting his comeback. But you've got to kind of watch that you don't kind of start slugging and moving that cue ball more so than what you need to. Just keep the pedal to the metal. Control the cue ball, right? That's the key to all of the games, whether it's 8 ball, 9 ball, or 10 ball. But I'm fairly sure, Bill, that we will still have a couple of those CSL After Dark matches. I still do play a lot at home with the Q Sports Live League. Obviously, I'm live twice a week there. I play both the 8 ball and 9 ball within the Q Sports Live League.
Oh,
Does he get away with it again? He does so. So, I don't know if I like the jump shot here. I think I'm going to go off the end rail. The left end rail.
you think?
Yeah, a little bit of left spin on the cue ball, and I'm just going to try to nudge the 4 to the 5 and just connect the rail.
I think because, I don't know, that 8-ball looks like it's really in the way of you
It
coming
is.
off that rail.
It is. It's not terrible. You're playing diamond tables, so they tend to take that spin a little bit more. They grab a lot. So it's
He's
really
going
not.
2
He can
rails.
go 2-rail for sure. I just feel more confident the way I play in going 1 rail, a little bit of left-hand spin on the cue ball, and just chop the 4 into the backside of the 5-ball. Just enough weight to get there. Yeah, Bill, you know what? I'm Calgary born and raised, and 8-ball is my preferred game always. Playing on the box, 7-foot table, there's no sense attempting to try and play 8-ball on a 9-foot table. That is ridiculously easy because of the amount of space that you get on a 9-foot table. I find 8-ball on a 9-foot is fairly easy, even though I don't play a lot of 9-foot.
Overcut it.
He did, overcutting a few shots
I
here.
think
I'm
January
wondering.
can see that 4-ball too.
Well, and I'm wondering if fatigue starts to set in a little bit. I know that normally that's never going to be an issue for Eric, especially, this is only the second round. But he also hasn't played a tournament forever, right?
Well, nobody has.
Yeah. But I'm wondering if that has a small part to play, right? Where, we're all not used to using that much brain power over the course of this
True.
long of a match, right?
Yep.
And it seems to compound, when you make mistakes on the table, normally you're just going to shrug it off and wait for your next opportunity, but they start to compound when, you're not acclimated or, in that mindset.
Yeah. Tournament stamina is huge. Very underrated. Oh, he couldn't see enough of that 4-ball.
Nope.
It looked like from the screen that he could clip that right side, no problem.
He is still playing. I don't, I couldn't tell you what the score is over there. I have no idea. But obviously it's a tight match between Ben and John.
I feel
So-
like any of the matches with Jonathan always tend to take a little bit longer.
Yeah,
he's a little bit of a
he's-
slower player.
Yeah.
No, he's not overly slow, but he tends to take a little bit more time. So I'm not sure if it's like really deep in the match or if Jonathan's just taking a little bit longer because his opponent's so tough.
I think it's probably a combination of both because
Jonathan plays great too, though.
he does play good. But I
Plays a
think
lot.
sometimes unnecessarily slow. It takes him, really can't establish rhythm and a good pace. But again, only my opinion. It's worth what everybody's paid for it. Eric definitely giving that shot the B sure.
Wants to stay ahead of the game here.
Well, he's got to reestablish himself here. So that's the start to it.
Gets to the, oh, nope. Thought we were going to 8 for some reason. I think I need a nap. I just realized I think I need a nap.
I have to say, so I played, I'll give you the backstory real quick. I played my 8-ball match last night for the Q Sports Live League. And for those of you that are members and watch that match, I'm sorry. it was
so
not very
hot
good.
and sticky here.
Well, and the problem was yesterday, so the night before, I didn't get to sleep till, I'm going to say 2. And then I was back up at 5 o'clock in the morning. Started working. I quit work because it was too hot. And I think I got home around 1 or 2, somewhere like that. And it was unbearably hot. It wasn't terrible when I first went down because I was obviously working outside, but by the time I started that match, it was a billion degrees in that basement. And I was so tired, I couldn't see or think through anything. and I didn't play very well. I don't remember what my point was in telling you all that story, but
You played terrible in your match.
I played really bad.
I played the match before you,
Yeah.
and I could feel the stick, the cue just like shaking off
yeah.
my fingers. My hands
Honestly-
were so wet.
Honestly, it was more like playing water polo
Yeah, it was
than
just
pool.
very uncomfortable.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a little bit of a heartbreaker for sure, Bill. But I mean, you know what? True to Ben's form, he handled it like a champ.
Took
Looks
it
like,
on the chin like a
looks like
champ.
Ben just came out victorious over John.
Must have been tight. He just took a deep breath.
Yeah, but he you know what? Just class. He classed it up the whole way. I was probably more heartbroken and upset about it than what he was, but you know, he handled it like a champ. Yeah, it looks like Eric's got his focus back on.
We'll see. He's got to make this 9-ball first.
Chances here camping with the family. I saw that post.
He's going to put Eric on the hill. Now I
Seems
can
like-
say he's on the hill.
Yeah. Seems like almost everybody's camping this week. This weekend, I should say.
Yeah.
And really, you can't ask for better weather. Now, it is supposed to have a couple of thunderstorms for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And being how hot it is outside, those could get really, really vicious. So if you are out camping and you're in Alberta,
Take
just
care.
be prepared. Or anywhere that's been this hot, if you're out there camping in this heat. I know Calgary specifically and kind of the surrounding area, they are calling for thunderstorms, so just be vigilant. Good break from Eric, making the 1 ball.
Tough
A little
opener
bit
here.
of a little bit of a tough opener, tough layout.
Oh,
Just catches a 7
good
ball.
try.
Not sure if he's got away with this one. I think January can see that full past the 4 ball.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how quick it can change, right? You look at that momentum change that was going right. January had it all going on, and then Eric kind of said, "Okay, I got to put my focus back on," and snapped a quick 2 racks. Yeah, myself and Kevin Osborne were just talking, and Kevin also works outside, or Aussie. He always works outside or does work outside. So he's been doing the same thing I have. Get up ridiculously early to try to beat the heat. But the problem is it's like 28 degrees here at 8:30 in the morning,
Yeah.
right? So no matter what you do, you really can't beat the heat. And when I came here yesterday to set up all the stream equipment with Ben, I jumped in my truck, and that was, I think, around 3:30, somewhere in there. And
No, it was after we left for dinner, so it was like 6 o'clock.
oh, was it 6?
We left at 5:30.
It said 46 degrees.
Oh, wow.
Touche. You
What
know what?
a
That
great
was
safety.
all right, because I think the table owed January one there for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, 40 in Fort Mac. It's like 42, like low 40s over in BC. It is definitely hot here in Calgary, and it's a dry heat. But we just sit at the bottom of the mountain ranges, so we don't get the blaring like the 40s heat that Fort McMac and BC does.
And it's been windy,
It has been very windy.
which is
The
odd,
new
right?
weather
I mean,
system's coming in.
35 degrees and it's
Edwin said,
and
do you
it's
have a tournament tomorrow? $8 ball?
Eight ball. Double knockout.
Oh, meron pala Kuya Edwin, $80 daw. Double knockout.
sorry, we just had somebody come over and kind of interrupt what was happening.
There's like 25 right now, but there's more registered.
Only out for a few hours on a bike and I burnt. And you're brown.
What is the bracket? 32, 64?
We're taking up to 64.
What daw sila up to 64, sabi ni Steph. What time start?
7. Meeting at 7.
Meeting at 7. 7 in
Looks like January can make this combo 6-7. He's got to control the 6 in the cue ball.
And then they'll play.
But with that angle, should be a fairly easy pocket weight
isang
to send the cue ball to the end rail.
Nagpalista ka na ba, Kuya Edwin? Ano sabihin ko? Palista.
Yeah, brown doesn't usually burn, yeah. I think in this heat, it don't matter.
Edwin said thank you.
That sun is brutally hot.
Decide.
Oh, doubles up on the 7.
Hi, are you going to play tomorrow? You're going to play. Okay. Is Ben going to pay for you? Is Ben going to put you in?
This could be it. Got a little bit deep on the 8. I don't think he'll do too much. Cut the 8 in, leave the cue ball to the top end of the table there. Oh, came back and forth. Well done. For the win to close escrow on the match. Gives it the Be Sure heart of the pocket. Eric Vargas coming out victorious over January Cruz. Job well done, Mr. Vargas. Kind of lost focus a little bit through the middle of the match. Gave January a little bit of a chance to mount somewhat of a comeback. Went for a quick little talk with himself, got his focus back on, regained the lead, and that was that from there. So I think we'll do a quick shutdown, restart. We'll get the next match locked, loaded, and ready to rock and roll. Don't go far. If you haven't done so, make sure you go onto the Facebook page, hit that like button. That way you're notified each and every time that we come back and go live. On behalf of myself, Steph Toy, and the rest of the crew, we appreciate you tuning in. Don't go far. We won't be long. We'll see you back here in a few.